like I said, I think Tony Stewart is the obvious comparison here. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that resembles a consistent run like this that he's been on. I can think of one-offs like Dale Jr. winning at Martinsville in 2014 after he had been eliminated, but um, in terms of somebody who's not a championship contender being so consistently great in this final stretch here, and it does kind of make you wonder. Well, if he were in the playoffs, I guess he would be a championship contender and he'd be up there fighting for it. But that I feel like the fact that it comes back to that conversation so much is just another reason why this system is so exhausting to me. Because, and Brock Beard, my editor in chief over at LastCar.info, to his credit, brought this up on his stream last night after the Cup race, because Ross Chastain spoiled the playoff party on the Cup side of things yesterday. And Marty Snyder's asking in that front stretch interview, like, well, Ross, don't you wish you were in the playoffs? And if you'd been in the playoffs, maybe you'd be on your way to the round of 8 now. And don't you wish you were in the playoffs last year when you won at Phoenix? And, don't you wish you'd won at Phoenix in 2022 when you were in the championship 4? I mean, it's just all these conversations come back. Maybe it wasn't that extreme. I'd have to go back and rewatch Marty's interview. But I know that the conversation certainly came up because Ross's answer in response to that was, I'm just trying to win a Cup race. It's the NASCAR Cup Series. I'm still out here along
it's hard to do this.
Up to 39 other guys trying to all accomplish the same goal, and that's parking in victory lane in a NASCAR Cup Series race. And it doesn't matter that I'm not in the postseason or championship eligible or trying to lock my spot up in the round of 8 here. I'm just trying to win a race. And I guess for me, again, and Brandon, we talked about this a little bit before we came on the air, it's another reason why I just have such a hard time reconciling this system and how we crown a champion with the sport of auto racing here. People who defend this system will sometimes say, well, name another major sporting league that doesn't have some sort of a postseason or some sort of a playoff. And I guess my counter to that would be, okay, if you, I mean, first of all, I can do that with like the Premier League and stuff like that, but that's beside the point. But the question that I would follow up with is basically, can you show me another sporting league or organization that has some sort of a playoff system that has the non-playoff teams and non-playoff competitors out there at the same time trying to accomplish the same goal as everybody else in the playoffs?
That question by Marty Snyder, and he's wonderful at his job. That was the whole theme for me of Sunday was why is this still our focus again? Like, do you realize what he just did? Like, I mean that's just not that shouldn't be the main focus. Whenever you have a non-playoff driver spoil the party, like that's not spoiling the party. That's adding to the season's history. And he's coming back after his win last year at Nashville, and has not been able to be in victory lane since then. And now Trackhouse Racing has both of their drivers in victory lane for the year. Those are your storylines whenever you don't have a playoff driver win. It's not, darn, don't you wish you would have done this a few weeks ago? Like, yeah, that's a part of it, but like, it's almost like a political push. It's not in the world of politics, but like wanting the playoffs to be the story is almost like a campaign, election campaign of like, I have to keep hammering it home. It's involved in every facet of the event now. Every facet of the broadcast. Like, does it really have to be that way?